here to resurvey the damage. It's daylight now, so we can see a little better. This truck was parked near it, but it doesn't look like it got any damage. It got a little warm on the side here, I remember that, but the lights are not melted, so that one's okay. Unfortunately, this flatbed took some damage. There's our burned car. So this one here was in front of it, and if you can't see here, every single one of these taillights is bubbled out. Look at fire, just heats these things up, draws the plastic out. So these are bubbled, that's bubbled. This is totally fucking done. These are shitty echo lights that we just repurposed. But you can see that's definitely melted. The license plate light's melted. These three don't bubble out like they are now. Well, they're toast. They're boner lights now. And then these are definitely melted off too. Those are toast. There's only a little steel cable here that holds that thing on there. It's fine. And none of this shit. No, fucking. I thought there was melted. That's a fucking trip. Flatbed got hit with the fire hose too. And that is a Honda Civic. We'll move our way that direction here. There's my pickup truck. Tail lights melted. This whole thing's toast. This light here, the lens got melted. It looks like just the lens though. I really want to see. That's all it is. Fuck me, man. It just sucks. My own truck got fucking nailed. You know, fucking nothing sucks more than your own shit gets fucked up. Let's see if I can pry this out. I'll have to get a screwdriver, but I'm thinking that this is going to be fine. Motherfucker. Fucking thing's in there. Be careful, I won't break it. I think all I gotta do is just replace that front lens. Wow, fucking thing is melted in there big time. I'm just grabbing my fingers right now. It's a little softer to grab it with. Try to get this thing behind it. Yeah, there we go. It's coming now. So, yeah, no, the whole assembly here has got to get replaced. So I need this piece and then a lens. But it looks like the light had survived, so that's a good thing. This light's toast. Well, it's amazing what fire will do to shit. And it actually got to this one too. You know, fucking, yeah, it melted this one. Didn't melt that. My license plate light, nope. I don't feel any dampness there. Yeah, a little bit in the corner, but that's nothing. And this one here, just the rubber on it got a little melted, but the actual light's fine. Fucking hey, man. And then my work light here is good. So that's a fucking trip. I mean, it got hot. It definitely heated up my truck to melt this shit. The plastic melts a lot easier than their shit does. Hey, here's a spray bottle that was back here. Eh, a little toasty right there. Just a little bit. Some pieces of glass from that car. Chop saw was back here, but it was inside the bed, so it was kind of protected from the heat. Fucking A, man. Slight damage. Not too bad on my pickup. Fucking didn't get the light bar. I already checked that. Here's the casualty. Fucking A, man. This thing still stinks. So one thing about burned cars, and I'm glad you guys can't smell nothing, they stink. Oh, they just stink. But then again, when you do enough of these things, you really do get used to it. So there's the battery. And you see the cell plates, the whole case is gone. When this was impacted, I think that what happened was the battery got pushed up and into the hood, and it arced, and of course over the course of a day or so it arced enough that it had caught fire. But by the time the fire department got here, we didn't even know until they showed up that this was up. The fire had progressed all the way through it, and I mean, you can see all the way to the back seats. So they had stuff in this car. Hopefully they got their belongings out, because if they didn't, well, this shit just burned up. I'm sorry, but there's not much I can do about that. I had a TV in the middle, not anymore. It got hot enough back here, it actually melted the license plate off. You know, license plate sitting on the ground. Like, all the taillights are burned out. Well, that one's melted, that one's gone. Look at that fucking discoloring on the roof and the heat. And then I think it's got 2 good tires left. That's it. Fucking door. The booms, I don't think they were in the video, but those are these tires blowing out. When the tires get hot enough, they pop, and when they pop, they make, you know, exploding sounds. There's the engine, there's the fan blades, rest of the motor. The radiator, you can't see it's there anymore because it's in a pile of melt on the bottom. Aluminum melts at 1300 degrees, steel melts at 2300 degrees. So aluminum's usually the first thing to go in these cars when they catch fire. But you can see the alternator and the air conditioning compressor, and then everything else is melted off the top. That was plastic. They build a lot of the shit on top of these out of plastic, and unfortunately that shit does burn. So once a fire starts, it's using anything that's a fuel source, so any plastic, fabric material will burn, and that actually gives it the fuel. That's why it progressed through the car. And once the seats catch up, they do the same thing. I mean, these things turn to freaking flame balls. Glass melts, you can see the windshield's melted, and then all the interior and stuff, that's usually the fuel that keeps it going through the rest of the vehicle. Here's the Honda. This one actually was crashed up here, but the fire did take the bumper, and I don't know if the fire took the headlight or the headlight was already out. I think the headlight was probably already out, but the fire damaged this right here. Oh, this is Hartford. This is not a tow-in, this is a fucking customer's car. So, yeah, this is the aftermath of it. These things radiate heat. So the biggest problem you got when they're parked next to shit is things around it that are plastic will melt and burn. Like this light got discolored. This is far enough away that it didn't really sustain the damage. All this shit's prior damage, but that light got melted and that license plate frame got melted. That's pretty much it. My trailer survived. That speaker box didn't take any damage at all. It's surprising. So anyway, that's it. Just a little overview, and all those cars are far enough away and there's shit in the way, so it stopped the heat from hitting those. Alright, well, please comment, like, and subscribe, and hopefully we're not seeing one of these again, but I'll see you on the next one.